backswing is on. We don't have a pivot back here. I got one in my bag.
Yeah, we did.
Give me the slider. Right thing. Go ahead and make it back. So when you go to the top, your pelvis tends to drift in this way, right? So when your pelvis goes in, the pressure of the force goes through your toes, right? And that makes the handle get high, right? So you want to go to the top. You want to feel like from there, push off the right, push to the right. Feel how that pushes that hip, right? So if we take this all the way, we take this slider, with this right leg, So all we're trying to do is to help you learn to push off your trail foot more so that you can maintain. Go ahead and let that thing push down. You feel that? So that's got to be a fun. So that should feel like you're pushing off the ground different, right? You get one of those? So if we look at it, here, look at this. See where it is, and I think another way to think of it. Let's hit one first.
Okay.
And now look, when this foot pushes against the ground that way, it pushes the pelvis towards the ball, pushing your left foot out of the way, and let your buttons on your foot release through over the left. Small shot. Okay, slow. Go slow. That left look really good. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Good. That was better. Yeah. Let's go. It's way different. Let's try. What do you feel like you feel different?
I almost feel like I'm not drifting over. I'm just pushing it back. Like, you know, these are just.
Connor's film on both views until it's showing the difference. I mean, that's, you see how much flatter it comes out? And then pull it afterwards, pull it up. And then roll it down side by side. tear heavy.
Yeah.
So that to me is when this stays back, right?
Yeah.
But I think, well, do one more. Sorry. Bring this over right here if I can show. Come over here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go over here. See how you can see, you can, and look, I mean, you gotta be careful to not, I mean, you just shot one under in a tournament, and you've done awesome with everything. See how your pelvis comes up, right? Look how much more you're into the left. Look how much more you're into your left leg right there.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
And you see how you start getting all bunched up there, like kind of like somebody kicked on the nut,
Yeah.
something like that, right? You know, like, right? And so now, right? So clear, look at the difference in that left leg, but look at the foot in the ground.
Yeah.
Right? This is where I see it. Look at how much more turned into that.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Crazy difference, right?
Yeah.
And look at how your upper body's released over it because it's got something under it to support.
Yeah.
When your pelvis and the pressure's coming in
Yeah.
towards your toes, right? And look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Right? So I think that's a good deal. Now we go here. And I just want you to see
Yeah.
So look at the difference. The
Yeah.
shaft's closer to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Look how much better your butt is, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it.
Look at that. Look at the difference in the footwork.
So much better.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Got
so
it.
that's all.
Yeah.
Look, so
Yeah.
we want to, I think, like for you, for getting better at playing tournament.
Yeah.
Like if you were just a 15 handicap or whatever, you know, it could be a little different. But like, we just want to get a little better. We just want to sprinkle a little of that in with what you're doing.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we don't want to get away from the work you did getting it in a great spot.
Yeah.
It's like if you leave that alone and we get together in 3-4 weeks, it might not
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
good.
Understood. Yeah.
But we want to go ahead and check it out. All right, so let's do some more.
All right.
And I think I'll show you another thing. And this will help you get a feel as well. Address the ball. Now, without the ball first, okay? A little practice swing. Really see what it's going to feel like you have to twist your front through. Feel that? Yeah. All right, good. Now go ahead and go to your foot. Okay? Feel that? Good. So that resistance, okay? So that resistance, don't pull you over. I'm pretty damn hard to pull over. Now, if you put a ball on that, I'll let it go. It's like I'm pulling you this way, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of where,
Yeah.
you know.
you're right. It's just between just the motion of this, but then the force of pulling the trunk. That was a double whammy. Like, obviously the first one was feeling it, but then you really have to feel it to get the whole body over it.
And the interesting thing to me too is like, we talked a second about like actually how much better it was.
Yeah.
Like I didn't tell you to load more going back, but you're getting deeper going back because you're trying to push off, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. That's Kobe and I were talking about that. Think about like you get,
Yeah.
you know you got to push off this. You're going to load into it, right?
Yeah.
And when I'm pulling you with that band, you really have to. You got to. And then I like that very quick thing. Like you can take that, wrap it around you, and put one end in a door jam, stretch it, and you can just get there.
I have the same exact one at home.
Right? So you can get there, put it around you, and do your pivot drills, and then push off. Right?
No, I have one in my gym. I'll just do it. I'll just attach it to my gym. Set the thing. I'll just do it that way.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna just do one more thing, and then let you swing free. Go ahead. But here, make it back. Feel that? That's the feel. I mean, I know that was pulled, but you could hear the difference in that time.
No, 100%.
It was smashed.
100%.
Good. Shout out to all the people. Connor did a great job. Made sure I had my lime LaCroix on the tee. We don't have to fire him this time. Chloe's obviously been coaching him up. She's the boss. It's about time. It only took you a year to learn that. I thought that one you kind of
I know. I felt it. I can totally feel it. Totally feel it. Totally feel it.
There you go.
So it's funny, until you always look at it, always like I've obviously came up last couple of years, the transition pushing to the left side. However, it's a different. Feeling what you look like and me feeling like are two different things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that.
Well, I think that's to me the hardest thing for people, and as they get worse golfers, it's harder to get them to do. It's the shift out of that.
Well, it's funny because when you say push the left side, it's that way.
Yeah.
But what you've been doing is I'm pushing, but I'm pushing that way.
Correct. Pushing off this and this is driving through, I would just feel like you're leaving the face in the wrong. Right? Like that one, the face flipped over. That's that little bit chunk, little curve. Boy, you can let your eyes go a little sooner too. That's better audio. And if everything's as easy as this, go hang on, and I could go call Delta again and wait on the call for another hour to tell me that my bag is in Amsterdam and they're trying to get it. Attaboy.
And I feel like I play golf that way.
Alright, so get the bush nail there. Let's find out how far that's going. Right?
I feel like I can play golf with that.
Well, I also think like that probably feels like less effort.
Correct. Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know, the first one, you're kind of like, I'm like telling you to hit pitch, and you hit it that far, right?
Yeah.
And
No, 100%.
put that up. Let's just see. And I think that's good. Like, you're as a tournament player, though, too. I think you want to know. I think you want to know how far to hit it.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So let's just see how far that goes at that speed. I think you're going to be surprised. Right? With the what iron is that? 7. So, I mean, it's not far off. Let's do it again. And I think you get rid of the heavy, you know. Well, even when you rehearse it, your eyes will still stay back here.
Yeah.
Let your eyes go with, you see like this triangle here, right?
Yeah.
I want your nose and your eyes to release this side. Attaboy. Woohoo, baby. 180.
Yeah, that's about right. That's right. That's right.
Less effort.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
100%.
That's pretty good. Heck yeah. We want a video and going back through your grills too, because I want you to be able to take those, you know, on the on form, and I can send them to you as well. I mean, that is smashed.
It's really good.
That's the most solid I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. It's right there a little more spinning, but it was fine. It's the same distance, yeah.
Some of the spin fall.
No, 100%. No, I'm just comparing from the last shot to this shot. I'm not commenting on.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah. No,
as good as Chloe and Bluebell are, they're still range balls. Right? Hair right?
yeah, got a little in front of it.
So that would be what? So, okay, so that's great because you're going to encounter the. So in front of it is the lean, rather than pushing and turning, right?
Exactly.
And I think that, you know, when you're playing tournament golf, you know, I don't think players necessarily mind hitting bad shots.
Yeah, no.
They don't like hitting bad shots and not knowing what the hell caused it, right? And then the worst is when you hit a good one, you don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair enough.
I mean, hell, Andy, you know, we've been trying to get him back to play with, and he's like, hit one perfect and one was full hook. Yeah, he couldn't feel different, right? Well, that's a problem. That's my problem. I didn't do a good enough job. So, like, you understanding what's going on there. That was striped.
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
What was the distance?
176.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe slightly toey, but it was fine.
I don't think those range balls are going to do it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
All right, so now let's film you doing this drill because mainly because I want you to have
Yes,
it,
please.
right? And I want to walk you guys through that. Okay, so put this over your wrist and right, and then film one of these two.
Around my waist, and then I'll hook that side onto the pulley that I have at home, and then just do this. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use that, what's that strap the same way,
I have the same,
Yeah.
literally the same exact thing.
right? So then you got to push, right? Feel how much you got to push to make it move. Now try to lean,
Mean what?
like slide in front of it.
Okay.
It's hard to get over there, isn't it? Right? You see how you back up and collapse. That a boy. Now hit one for it. That's supposed to be hard. Okay. So you got the slide drill. Yeah, do a couple practices. You don't need to film this, Connor. We got one of those. But do the slider drill. So there you think of where you push that slider to make your left, to get over there and make your left hip go. Look how much it releases.
Fire with the bullet strap.
Do it without do it without the slider. I think probably you practicing it without the ball is best.
Yep.
It's all right. Again.
Gotta create the space. Gotta create that space.
And that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Not a lot of curve to it either, right?
That's great. That's great.
Right. Now the last thing I would say,
Okay.
you have to stand on the middle of it. Put this right down the arch. And when you get to the top, you feel like you're making the pressure go straight down the stick. You feel it cross over the stick, go to your toes.
It's so funny though, because it translates. It really, all the things we're feeling here, it translates right to that.
I think go as slow to start. Yeah, give me a little tip. It doesn't have to be full.
So if it moves out over with the stick towards
Yes,
his
I think
toes.
that stick feels good because like it makes you slightly off balance. You got to kind of rock to get centered, and then you can feel where the pressure is going. Right?
100% yes.
Kevin Kirk said it one time when we were at the route. He was telling us when we were talking about the he's the one who showed me the stick because like pressure can only go one direction. So if it starts going this way, it's pretty tough, right? Right. So that stick kind of gives you an awareness of where it's going.
Oh yeah, no, I totally.
Right. So you just need to get over there.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah.
Sidewalks.
Yep.
I feel like sometimes when I don't look at it very often now, especially in the summertime. Sometimes I feel like my hips sort of like are here. Like where do you teach?
Well, go ahead and set it.
Like this.
I mean, you want the base of your spine under the top of your spine,
Okay.
right in front.
Okay.
That's pretty good. And then a great thing to look at when you're looking at videos is you want your legs coming out of your hips at the same angle.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? You don't want your right leg straighter and your left leg angled, right? Like so you'd be like this, or you don't want people get where they lean into the left with the left straight. Like you want them to come out at the same basic angle.
So this is okay.
Right.
Okay.
But the other thing about being on that stick is it'll help you feel being on that.
Yeah.
You have a space. Attaboy, release your eyes. Good job. One more. Now, on this one, this is more like, so you've done, for 40 minutes, you've done basically mechanical. So this next ball, I want you to do just like you're on the golf course. I want you to pick a target. Pick the stick, right? Go through your routine. And I want you to tell Connor and Chloe like where you're trying to hit it and like what shape you're trying to hit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to do here?
Going right up to the white flag. That's light ball.
Love it.
So I guess I mean, you will play that light ball. That's all.
So it just didn't draw.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But wind is also pushing to the right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say that is a horrible thing. I would say that's a 7 out of 10. And I think if you're realistic when you grade yourself, if you're saying like, hey, on the golf course, you know, I'm on the golf course, I'm 180 yards away. If I hit it 35 feet right, that's not a bad shot, right?
I agree.
And I think, you know, people get caught up when they're practicing and they think everything's got to be perfect. When you start thinking in terms of what it's going to be like on the golf course, so you got to do some of those drills like we're saying, but then you got to start practicing some.
No, you made the comment.
In the summer, I don't look at it a whole lot,
Yeah.
which is good. That was beautiful, right?
Yeah.
That's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? 100%. So now, let's hit a driver and do the same thing.
All right.
We had somebody watching live wanted to see a driver, so we'll.
They're calling for the driver on the live.
That's good. I mean, but I think this is. Huh? Yeah. So like, routine the same, right? That is the same. That'd be harder to do, right? That was awesome. That rehearsal right there. That was money. Target. Okay. So. Start. Yeah, I just didn't say that when you didn't stay in the pocket.
Yeah. I want to swing a little bit more towards the
Again, wind took it a hair. It wasn't. I would have said that's a 6. It's in play. Atta boy. Hold that finish too. There you go. That's awesome.
Not aiming a little far right on
Yep.
that?
That's about right where you aimed.
Okay. All
I
right.
think you're just giving it a little bit too much credit. I mean, that's right where you aimed. That was solid too.
Okay.